Well, hey there, YouTube. We got something a little different for Petey today on Sunday afternoon. We're going to be going back to the 80s. Now, we had a movie called Animal House that really changed some things in Hollywood. There's a movie called Airplane. The social landscape is changing, like the hippie 60s with the weed and the LSD going into like disco and the cocaine thing coming in the 80s. So these movies we're talking about are definitely 80s movies. They're wacky, zany screwball comedies, and these are just bad movies. They're horrifically bad. These are movies where it was somebody's idea to make a movie, which was an excuse to just do a bunch of cocaine. So the entire set of the movie, everybody was doing toot, because back in the 80s, cocaine, toot sounds less harmful, less addictive. To wet our whistle, I got a little number here
and about to make
queued
this
up.
The funniest Christmas ever.
Chase.
This is demon powder.
Now, he touched that, he died.
Nobody knows.
Chevy Chase. Yes! He's got hot brains.
I like it.
Oh.
And modern problems.
Chevy Chase pretending that he's done too much toot in Modern Problems, I believe is the name of that one. We want to avoid. Now, today we are looking at, first off, we have Get Crazy. I had heard about this movie specifically because of one scene that features music by Adrian Belew. It's actually a Super Strat. Look at that. It's got it looks like there's a locking nut here. A Floyd Rose tremolo system with a humbucking pickup in the bridge of the Strat. So, at least the person who did the artwork was hip enough to know what's up in 1982, 83. Isn't that something? Get crazy.
Get crazy, it's your last chance to party. Say goodbye to your braid. Finally, there's a movie so wild, so zany, so bad, so bizarre, so off the wall, so button that one viewing will make you get crazy. Fun, high-speed, contemporary comedy offers first-rate music and surprisingly touching love story. It's New Year's Eve, 1983. The Saturn Theater owner Max Wolf attempting to stage the biggest rock and roll concert of all time.
He's got all kinds of problems. Nonetheless, Malcolm McDowell, Alan Gorwitz, and Dad Gutenberg. Anytime you're watching a movie in the 80s, oh look, it's Malcolm McDowell. Of course it's Malcolm McDowell. And Sparks, hey, they're a really good band. What are they doing in here? There's Leaving, surrounded with a bevy of Hollywood's finest street-walking women. They're the Ramones. There they are. Lou Reed. Is that Lou Reed?
And Marshall Crenshaw.
Volverse loco.
Get crazy. McDowell.
So yeah, Malcolm McDowell is in this film, and he plays a Mick Jagger clone. And he put it in his contract that he insisted that he sing in it. And his performance, I don't know why you would insist that if that's your singing voice. Here is I hope this is German. She looks like there's a pork sausage casserole coming out of the oven. Tomberfoo. Is that some kind of fudge, I'm guessing? Tomberfoo? I'm not sure. there's a Gutenberg. Anytime you're watching an 80s movie and there's an actor in it who's not Steve Gutenberg, but may very well be, in fact, Daniel Stern, that is that Gutenberg. But any 80s movie, any actor in any 80s movie that you don't know their name is that Gutenberg. There's the Goldenberg. He's in it too. No shortage of Rastas. We've got a protege of Slash. We have is he selling Girl Scout cookies, this guy? All of these women appear topless in this movie, and even these 25 boobs couldn't help this movie. Electric Larry. Electric Larry makes 2 appearances. Toot. Present Toot. Poor Lee Ving. How they suckered him into this. The movie was based on real stuff. I wish I could have made a realistic movie, but I had to do the airplane version. My second film, Heart Beeps, had been a complete failure. So this guy obviously had a robot fetish. I was desperate to do a movie. Get Crazy came out in August of '83 when Arcus said the scam they came up with was to release it to sell shares of a Wall Street tax shelter group and put it out so it would lose money, just like the producers in 1968. So nobody saw it. Is that what happened, Arcus? Or was it just such a horrifically bad movie and everyone was so coked up you couldn't even cut a decent trailer? The audiences didn't understand how there could be a rock concert with all these different acts. Because it doesn't make any sense. With your cartoonish punk acts and then having an authentic bluesman and then Lou Reed is there? 3,000 punchlines, only 1,000 jokes. Well, I think we could reduce that to 3 punchlines and 1 joke. Yeah, and this guy also made another turkey of a film called Rock and Roll High School, which that movie's only salvation was the fact that the Ramones acted in it. We're going to check out the Electric Larry scenes that feature the Adrian Blue Big Electric Cat.
Aspirin, cortisone, suppositories. Take those. Nothing here we can use. We got too much work and not much time, man. And what we need is something that's gonna blast us into the fast lane. Electric Larry. Just in time.
Generic champagne! 1982! Champagne is!
Again? Are you married?
This is kind of a really weird time. Again, it's not cocaine, it's not coke, blow, it's toot. For our second film that we're going to be looking at, I watched this movie last night, and this movie's called Jekyll and Hyde Together Again.
They told Dr. Jekyll to take his amazing scientific discovery and shove it up his nose. So he did! It's a real toot! Jekyll and Hyde Together Again. The comedy that examines modern living chemistry. Toot, 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 toot!
This doctor, and he's got suggestive women's legs coming out of his hair. It's a sex comedy.
It's a real toot!
Like, let's just forget about the fact that this is like a horribly addictive drug that ruined millions of people's lives have been affected by this horrific drug. It's such an evil thing, and like they've got all this like phallic and weird sex imagery in his chemistry kit. This movie, this happened because Saturday Night Live was culturally huge. And if you go back and watch that first season, it falls short. It does not carry over. Like, this truly was funny just because it was live and people were not acting like newscasters. We were used to everyone being so stuffy on television, just having people act naturally seemed funny. I don't know if they pumped oxygen into the set or if the people were on toot, 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 toot. There was another show that came out called Friday. And Friday was Saturday Night Live ripoff Fridays. And there was this guy, what's his name? Mark Blankfield. And he did this character where he would do cocaine and then his hair would go crazy. He died. Arterial defibrillasis.
Tooted.
This movie, it's a cocaine comedy. I watched it last night. He plays this doctor. The movie is absolutely bizarre. It's really weird. There's a prostitute in it that looks like she's 6 years old. She's so young. And she's got really bad teeth. He's mixing up powders and giving them to mice and doing some kind of test. And then he's really tired, so he falls asleep like at his desk, and there's a drinking straw and he's snoring and the straw gets sucked into his nose, and then he turns over and the straw lands on the big pile of blow. Toot! And they show the pile of toot getting insufflated, and then he transforms, and the first transformation scene is the only you just need to see that. If you're going to watch this movie, which it's not Jekyll and Hyde together again. This movie is Tooted.
This is out of his mind on Coca-Cola. Tooted, tooted, tooted.
From here out, this movie is no longer called Jekyll and Hyde together again. It's called Tooted.
Tooted.
You just gotta see this movie, the scene. Basically, you could put it on. You can maybe fast forward a little bit because it's not too long into it is this transformation scene, which is actually about twice as long as a real legitimate actual cocaine high from insufflating it. I can tell you that from my own personal experience. This scene just goes on, and he's
Tooted.
The rest of the movie, he plays this character, and it's so ridiculously over the top and bad, and I can't believe that they greenlit
Tooted.
Like, this is a guy they're glorifying cocaine use, which is this horrible thing.
Tooted.
If you've ever snorted like a gram of coke, like good coke, if you've ever done like $100 worth of coke, if you ever did like an 8-ball, like if you know what that does to you, like how
Tooted.
Unbelievably bad the come down from that is, how they could make this movie about it and have his eyes all geeked out, and it's
Tooted. Tooted.
It's just beyond me that they could think this was cute, or that they could greenlight this, or think that this is appropriate or funny in any way. The movie had a $5 million budget. It only made $3.7 million, I believe, so it was a disaster. It was a failure. But this is this is a steaming pile of shit of a movie. It's absolutely horrible. I can't believe this guy made this thing. and it's not funny at all. Like it's just bad. He turns into a disco sex fiend. It's just bad. It's absolutely horrible. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Tooted.
That there was another video that I made about this Jerry Lewis movie that was really bad. This is actually worse than that. So I had to do an update. You guys, I'm going to cut you loose. You could check out Tooted.
Tooted.
Actually, Get Crazy is a better movie. If I had to pick the worst of the two, like if I had to watch it again, I would probably pick Get Crazy, maybe. But there's nothing good about either one of these, and especially this Tooted.
Tooted.
Anyway, enough of this foolishness. I'll cut you guys loose. Take care of yourselves. If you've never heard that song, Big Electric Cat, it's a real unique piece of music. You could check that out, Big Electric Cat. That's worth your time. It's an excellent piece of music. And they use that in Get Crazy. It's the Electric Larry theme music. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hug your pets. And peace.
Tooted. Tooted.